Well, it's finally Thursday. Yeah, it's been one heck of a day. Started my diet just like I said, went pretty well. So I ended up eating or cooking 6 eggs this morning. I cooked like half a thing of spam. I didn't really have time to go to the grocery store. I didn't really want to eat many processed foods, but as long as I'm still pretty low in carbs, that's my main goal. I'm trying to stay under 30 carbs a day. Uh, I did have an energy drink today, sugar free, of course, and a diet soda. It was a busy day. I really wasn't prepared like I should have been. Uh, yeah, hopefully throughout the next 10 days it's going to smooth out. That's my hopes. I'm thinking about one day maybe scrambling eggs and mixing in salsa or something like that. Uh, but for dinner, I had four, or actually three and a half boiled eggs. I just cooked them, cut them in half, put a sliced cheese on top, and salt and pepper. Uh, that was my dinner. It was a pretty busy day today at work. That's why I needed an energy drink, and that's why I ended up getting a diet soda. Didn't have time to go to the store or anything. I didn't even actually go out for lunch. I kind of had my bowl and I just kind of went with it. Lunchtime, I just stuffed some of them off and kept going, really. But yeah, I'm tired. I'm whipped right now. Like it's late. Uh, I did go to the gym tonight. It was a complete fail. I got really stressed out. Like I had somebody completely piss me off. Like I was in the gym. This is I don't know if this ever happened to me before, but I was in the gym. I mean, I was working out, but I was literally so pissed off I couldn't even work out. Like I done maybe three exercises, and then I had to go. I was like, I'll make it up tomorrow. Being there Friday night, working out, but it's alright. I don't have anything better to do anyway. I need it. Maybe I can get an even better workout tomorrow. Um, so I weighed in this morning. Uh, I like I said, I have been lifting weights for the last 2 weeks, and my diet's been complete garbage. So I was wanting my weight to kind of even out, so I get a good base. So this morning it was 316 pounds, which is 99 pounds up from just a few years ago, from when I was doing a bunch of cardio and stuff. But I was powerlifting somewhere in there in between, so I did put on quite a bit of weight on that. So I'm not too disappointed. I still do not want to be above 300 pounds. Like I feel horrible. Uh, my energy's down and everything. So the diet that I'm basing my diet off of that I'm doing right now is, of course, the Carb Nite, Dr. John Kiefer. Excellent book. I'm telling you, I'm not. I don't have any affiliations to him, but his book was so educational. I learned a lot. So I could definitely give it my thumbs up and tell you it's well worth the money. I mean, it's he's done so much research, so it's not just him. Like the book contains so much other research. It's like this, you know, this person found this, and then this person proved this. So it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, and it was completely against everything I learned growing up. So like even the stuff they kind of teach you in school, they don't teach you much about uh, eating and stuff in school, which seems like a pretty important part of life. But yeah, so everything that I learned, I mean, it kind of went against it, but I can definitely tell that I was on the right path. Um, so for the next 10 days, if you hadn't seen the first video, I am trying to keep it under 30 grams of carbs for the day. I really want base at least these 10 days mainly off of eggs. I mean, it might not be every meal, but I want to do a lot of eggs in there for the simple reason I hadn't really done it like this before. And when I had dropped down to my lowest weight, 217 pounds, the biggest transformation I've ever seen of my body, I was eating tons of eggs. Like, literally, I was eating 5 and 6 eggs in the morning. I mean, just at one meal. I mean, along with bacon, stuff like that. But not as much. It was mainly eggs. So, I believe they're pretty healthy for you. I mean, I wasn't eating a lot of bread then either, but I was eating more than I am now. So, uh, as far as low carb diets, there are drawbacks. I'm not going to say it's, this is the miracle thing, but low carb diets, there are small stuff like there's side effects like bad breath. Like you really have to keep some mouthwash around or some sugar-free mints or something because it gets bad. Another one would have to be like a lot of people tell you like, oh, you're eating so much meat and stuff. You have to make sure you have enough fiber in your diet. I don't know what they're talking about because to be honest with you, when I cut out my carbohydrates, it's just like a plug is released from your body. It scares me sometimes. Like you eat a meal, go instantly to the bathroom. Like it doesn't even have time. So carbohydrates is a energy source and is also a building block. So if you're not using it for energy, like if you're not burning it to give yourself energy to do stuff throughout the day, it's actually a building block. So if you're growing, if you're young, you're still growing, it could build bone mass. If you're lifting weights, it can build muscle. Uh, and of course, anything else, like anything dealing with your body growing, is a building block. So if you're not growing, or if you're not, lifting weights, tearing muscles, and making them grow, it's stored as fat. So if you really think about it, like people don't really know what carbohydrates is. Like when you say carbs, you think like, oh, bread. Like they don't think about like the sugars. I mean, rice. There's even carbohydrates in beans, pastas, noodles. I mean, cereal. It's almost everything. It cuts out a lot. So, and then they don't know the difference between fast carbs and slow carbs. Like it's pretty important. I mean, especially if you want to figure out how to lose weight, how to fine tune it. Like you really need to know the difference between fast carbs and slow carbs. Anyway, so I want to make these videos mainly. Actually, I really hope it will educate somebody, or it would help somebody to go seek education. For nutrition. I mean, it's an important thing. Like the doctors would be hardly out of work. They'd almost be out of work if people actually knew, how to eat for their health or, how to eat for certain goals. If they want to gain weight or lose weight or if, I mean, even like diabetes and stuff, like that's a serious problem. Uh, a good friend of mine passed away mainly because of diabetes. He had some serious problems, but with it, like feet and eyes and stuff like that. Uh, it's it's sad. I mean, I've other good friends is battling it. like really good friends. I mean, it's a very common thing, and people like even doctors is they don't really give people the right information all the time. Like they'll tell people, you know, like, oh, just cut some of the fat out of your diet and stuff. It's like that doesn't sound like what they need. Like that's completely wrong. But I actually heard someone else say the phrase that doctors are doctors, they're not nutritionists. So that completely makes sense to me. They get paid off of, you know, the pills that they give out, you know. And pills, in my opinion, are just cover ups, you know. It's not really meant to fix the problem, it's meant to cover it up for now, you know. It's the. A lot of people probably don't know the phrase, but the sawdust and the transmission trick, you know, that they used to do a long time ago. Luckily, you don't see that anymore. I work on cars, I've never seen sawdust in a transmission. That would be pretty scary. But anyway, back on topic. It's definitely a good book. That's what I'm basing this diet off of. I really just wanted to do a video reference for myself. Like I want to be able to actually see the difference. I want other people to see a difference. Like when I tell people about my diet or my working out or my fitness and stuff, they just kind of look at me like now and like, oh, like, you know, it doesn't look that great, you know. But I go off the things that get on it. I mean, life stuff. I mean, just like tonight, I had an awesome day and everything just went to crap all of a sudden, and I couldn't even get a good workout in. I mean, luckily I stayed off of carbs. So, like I said, today 3:16. I will check back in a few days. I'm sure it won't be long before weight loss starts happening. Hopefully we can see a difference, and I'll definitely hope I can feel a difference. So stay tuned. If you want to follow this, please like and subscribe. Check out the beginning video leading up to this video and start from the beginning. Thank you for watching. Come back and check me out.